I've enjoyed it a lot. I mean, I could have done with a few more points, if I'm really honest with you. But I think I've enjoyed the first quarter very much. I mean, I love coming to the stadium and to the training facilities a lot. So there've been some challenges, and as I said, I'd like to have had 4 or 5 more points at this stage of the season. But that aside, I've enjoyed the challenge very much, and I'm glad I did it. Yeah, I mean, I think there have been a lot of changes, not least of which a lot of new players, a complete new management team, both on the pitch and some off the pitch, and I'm very pleased with everyone that's come into the club. I think they're doing a very good job. It's going to take time. New management teams take time to settle in and make the impact that they need to make. But I'm pretty pleased with the changes that we've made, and think in the longer term, or even in the medium term, actually the benefits will be very clear. Well, I think the spirit of the squad is as good as I've seen. I think the characters of the Walsall team are very good, and the friendship, the camaraderie is extremely good up there. Not always been the case, excuse me. That's good, and the discipline up there, you can pick it up. Things are very organised, and the management team is very disciplined about the way they go about things. In short, it's just very professional. It is, and I think it's very, very important that the players we bring into this club not only can play football but also are good characters. And I think if you can put them in the right environment, which the training ground most certainly is, eventually that will win through, and I am confident that it will. Well, I mean, various things. I was actually reminded by a fan coming in today into the stadium. He stopped me in the car park and he said, I get your message, Chairman, about the 5,000 fans. You've just buying tickets for Swindon, actually. And he said, but he reminded me, and of course I actually don't need reminding, it's a two-way street. If the players perform on the pitch, then people will come and watch us. But that said, I don't want wavering support. I want solid, good support, because in a squad that's developing and a new team that we've brought in, there will be ups and downs, there will be wins and there'll be losses, and I don't want cynics and moaners. I want us to really get behind this new squad of players, and eventually I'm confident they will perform to the level that they're capable of doing. That said, I think I have asked the management team here to be more creative in the pricing. I will be doing something when it comes to the next international break. We're playing Cambridge, and we'll be offering a very, very special ticket offer for that particular game, because I want that to be an opportunity to bring a lot of people into the stadium who wouldn't otherwise come. I want people to come and go, and I know people will only come if they're watching something they want to watch, because there's other things that they can do with their Saturday afternoon, particularly if they're paid for the privilege. I just ask for the waverers, and occasionally you get it with a sort of cynicism you get with football fans, not just Walsall football fans but generally. Just put it aside and get behind them, and really get behind this I think quite an exciting squad of players that Darrell's assembled since he came in just a few months ago, don't forget, and not quite waver so much. I'm generally pleased. I think the support, actually, I have to say, has been extremely good. I mean, I think every home game, every away game in particular, has been extremely well supported, and I thank the fans for all of that. just stick with it, is I suppose the message. Stick with it, don't waver. Come and get behind this team, because I think in time, and we give them that bit of time, they will deliver for us. Well, I think there's more work that we need to do. We've brought a new management team into the what we call the conferencing events business. What we do pretty well, but we don't do it quite well enough. And I don't queue up to part with my money for beer. Why should I expect anybody else to? And one or two I was out with some fans this week for a beer in a local black country pub. And they were making the point that they've had to queue for too long for a beer. And I came back the following morning, and I've got a meeting tomorrow actually with the management of that facility. That has to stop, and it's taken too long to fix, frankly. And I will be making sure that we fix that. Communications, I've mentioned. I mean, I always do now the chairman's notes in the programme. I have done a fans forum. I will be doing another one next month. I've got an 1880 club meeting this coming month. I did go out with some fans for some beers this week. I do talk to people as and when I meet them, but there's only one of me. And I need to make sure that I use myself very carefully about how much I spread myself. But I enjoy that aspect of the game. I'll talk endlessly about Walsall Football Club and the football teams, both now and in the past. I mean, I could bore for anybody on the subject. So I think there's that communications side of what we do in the football club. We'll need to continue to work on all the time, and the fans forum is just one aspect of it. And in the community work, I've been, and you will have seen, spending time with the Acorns, which is one of our chosen charities. I want us to do more of that, not less. It's interesting, isn't it? You look at what happened with Bury. Bury's a small club. It's smaller than Walsall, actually. But the impact that club has had on the community teaches you a lot about the importance of a football club, almost irrespective of its size. Walsall impacts not only the 5,000 people that come and see us, but much broader than that. And I'm very sensitive to that. We have I have a responsibility, and the club have a responsibility to be respectful of that. And I will work. Adam, Davey and his team, I think, do a great job. And I spent some time with them last Friday. I went over to their offices underneath the stand and spent an hour talking to them. And those guys worked tirelessly on some very, very good programmes. But I'd expect to energise and want more of that, not less, because of the importance of the impact of a football club on the community. Witness the fact that Bury has had such an impact on the community. It goes way beyond the football club itself. Well, I have not changed my... I described myself at the very outset as ambitious pragmatist, and I've used that more than once since, and I'll use it again now. I think my ambition for the season hasn't changed. I want us to really challenge this year. And I expect the second quarter to be better than the first quarter. And I expect the third quarter to be better than the second quarter. So I'm looking for progression. I haven't given up on promotion this year, and I won't. Now, that's not to put any more pressure on Darrell and the team than they've already got. There's a lot of pressure there. But my role is to try and help them be successful, not complain when they're not.